Tonight in Cleveland, a pair of highly regarded coaches with spotty March Madness resumes face off with a chance to rewrite their histories. Richard Pitino, the son of St. John's Rick Pitino, won just one game in March Madness. That was when he was the head coach of the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Now, he has a chance to get his second career win in March Madness with the New Mexico Lobos. Shaka Smart, ever since his legendary Final Four run in 2011 with the VCU Rams, is 5-10 in the Big Dance. His Golden Eagles are considered a top 10 team in the nation earlier on the year because of non-conference wins over the Maryland Terrapins, the Purdue Boilermakers, and the Wisconsin Badgers. But they have been on and off ever since mid-January when a home loss to Xavier kicked off an 8-8 stretch. We'll see if these two can turn the tide around here for their respective clubs. Hello everyone, welcome to Rocket Arena. I am Alec Nava. And it is New Mexico and Marquette here in this first round matchup. The second round begins tomorrow, and I'll be covering the Houston Cougars and the Gonzaga Bulldogs tomorrow. So when we look at these two teams, Marquette thrives on winning the turnover battle. They have done so in 28 of the 33 games this season. When they don't win the turnover battle, they are 1-4. But it'll be difficult to disrupt New Mexico's Donovan Dent. His backcourt teammates Drew Washington and CJ Nolan are both top 11 in the Mountain West in the offensive turnover rate and steal rate, making the Lobos particularly adept at dealing with Marquette's best punch. New Mexico is at its best when Dent and her center Nelly Jr. Joseph can find opportunities at the rim and frequently get themselves to the free throw line. Marquette has a pair of fantastic options to get Dent and veteran wings Chase Ross and Stevie Mitchell. But the Golden Eagles' interior defense has been rather subpar, giving up a high rate of assisted baskets. On paper, this may favor New Mexico, but Marquette has a star to own in Cam Jones, perhaps the best do-it-all guard in the nation. But there's no guarantees here all around on this matchup. The Lobos set to take on the Golden Eagles in the first round. They're the 10th seed in the South region, playing the first game here at Cleveland. Mountain West Player of the Year Donovan Dent leads the Lobos, ranking top 15 nationally in scoring at 20.6 points per game and assists at 6.4 assists per game. All Mountain West first team selection, 6'10", 240, Nelly Jr. Joseph is one of 11 players nationally, averaging a double-double with 14 points and a conference best 11.2 rebounds per game. Under Richard Pitino, the Lobos cement themselves as a powerhouse in the Mountain West, winning one of the nation's most up-tempo offenses with relentless defensive intensity, evidenced by the 26-7 record. The New Mexico Lobos play among college basketball teams at the fourth fastest tempo in the NCAA, ranking 79th in adjusted offensive efficiency, averaging 112.5 points per 100 possessions. With an average possession length of 15.1 seconds, they have the fifth fastest pace in the nation. And New Mexico stands to get to March Madness for the second consecutive year at an at-large selection compared to last year's triumphant run as Mountain West Tournament champions in Las Vegas, winning 4 games to become automatic qualifiers. But despite the departure of key players like Jamal Mashburn Jr., Jalen House, and JT Toppin, who transferred to Texas Tech, Coach Pitino and his staff have orchestrated a remarkable season, reloading rather than rebuilding. And their ability to sustain excellence speaks volumes about the program's direction and their resilience. The Lobos also rely on Mustafa Amzil, True Washington, and CJ Nolan, making them a well-rounded offensive force. Amzil averaging 11.3 points per game, Washington 11.2, and Nolan 8. Marquette enters this tournament after finishing 4th in the Big East with a 13-7 conference record. They reached the semifinals before eventually falling to the champions, St. John's. Jones headlines the offense, averaging 19.3 points, 5.9 assists, and 4.5 rebounds per game. At the same time, David Joplin and defensive standout Stevie Mitchell, who averages 2.3 steals per game to go on with 10.9 points per game, they provide key support. Mitchell is the semifinalist for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. Is expected to guard Dent, marking only the second all-time meet between New Mexico and Marquette. The Lobos won the only previous meeting 75-68 in the 2014 season. This is the Lobos' 17th tournament appearance and their second straight, looking for their first tournament win since 2012. Marquette is making their 4th consecutive tournament appearance under head coach Shaka Smart, seeking to build on last year's run to the Sweet 16 where they fell to the eventual Final Four, we eventually fell to NC State, who went on to make the Final Four as the 11th seed. This sets up a strategic clash of styles. Marquette excels with disciplined defense and careful ball control, where they rank 30th nationally in assist-to-turnover ratio. Meanwhile, New Mexico counters with a high-powered offense where they rank 26th in scoring. The Golden Eagles struggled offensively down the stretch, where they lost 3 of their last 4 games, ranking 96th in the nation in points scored. The Lobos have one of the more dynamic scoring duos in the country, Donovan Dent and the big post player Nelly Jr. Joseph. That made the AP All-American Honorable Mention team, being one of the top vote getters outside the 15 players named to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd teams. So, as we see 2 of the nation's most electrifying point guards in Dent and Jones set to clash in the first round. Dent got his first taste of March Madness action last year as part of a stacked Lobos backcourt. Now it's his show. He's thrived as a focal point, 20.6 points and 6.4 assists per game. A true floor general, breaking down defenses with elite playmaking while finishing at the rim with either hand. Jones is a projected first-round pick in the NBA, taking over Marquette's offense after Tyler Collock's departure, and he's been a must-watch player. Assist numbers have skyrocketed, where they doubled from 2.4 to 5.9 per game, but the scoring remains the main attraction for him. He's a second-team All-American, has deep-range heat-check ability and skill set to torch defenders in the lane, and he has comparisons to Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. This matchup could swing what should be a tight battle between the Lobos and the Golden Eagles. Adding intrigue to the matchup is a connection between Richard Pitino and his father, St. John's coach Rick Pitino, whose team went 3-0 against Marquette this season, including a 79-63 win in the Big East Tournament semifinals. Marquette was under the spotlight 3 times, although they lost each and every time to St. John's. However, the actual quote being, "I've watched Marquette 3 times because of St. John's, so I got a high level of respect for them," said Coach Pitino of the Lobos when talking to local media about the matchup. The winner of this matchup will face either number 2 seeded Michigan State or 15 seeded Bryant in the second round on Sunday. Michigan State eliminated Marquette in last year's tournament, and a potential rematch could be looming. Who knows if that's going to be the case? But March Madness is full of the unexpected, and yesterday we had the unexpected with the McNeese Cowboys eliminating the Clemson Tigers, the 12th seed in their region, the Midwest, talking off the 5th seeded Tigers. And what the first upsets so far, the other being the Drake Bulldogs knocking off the Missouri Tigers 67-57. Clemson tried to mount a second half comeback, but their undoing was their 13 first half points. Clemson scored 54 second half points, but it was not enough to knock them out. Another upset was on the horizon today, that being 12th seeded the Colorado State Rams, who knocked off the Memphis Tigers 78-70. 12th seed in the West region to advance to the second round. So in this bracket, it'll be Marquette versus New Mexico, the first one up. They'll face the winner of the Michigan State Bryant game. So we're over at Rocket Arena for our projected starting 5. The designated visitors being the New Mexico Lobos for their starting 5. So Dent is the point guard wearing number 2. So Donovan Dent, the point guard, number 2. True Washington, shooting guard, wearing the number 3. Mustafa Amzil, at small forward, wearing number 22. And number 8, Philip Borovishanen, wearing the number 8 at power forward. And the center is Nelly Jr. Joseph, wearing number 23. So Stevie Mitchell, Cam Jones, Chase Ross, David Joplin, and Ben Gold being the starting 5 for Marquette. Number 4, 1, 2, 23, and 12. Shaka Smart, 98 and 40. And in his tenure with the Marquette Golden Eagles. This is his 4th year with the Golden Eagles and his 10th appearance in March Madness. Made it to the Final Four as the head coach of the VCU Rams. Now he is with the Marquette Golden Eagles. Team Game that saw the likes of Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler, two Miami Heat legends. Jimmy Butler being a playoff legend as we're underway here from Cleveland. Let's get rocking and rolling. New Mexico in the red going from left to right. Marquette in the white going from right to left. Don Daly, our crew chief for this game. So this is moved up over to the right hash. And now it's kicked back out for a free-pointer to start this off. And it was tipped out. Knocked away by New Mexico. And so Marquette will get their first possession. And so far, as we go onto this game, it's still early, but madness can commence whenever the unexpected can happen. This is Marquette's 14th tournament appearance. There are one or two programs with the same starting lineup in each game this season, alongside St. Mary's. They've stuck with their same starting five all throughout the season because it's their most consistent lineup. Here they go. This is Joplin. Joplin moves up to the right hash. Joplin is kicked out over towards the left wing side for Ross. Ross drives to the paint. He's tripped up. And he loses an edge. And they're going to say jump ball. The arrow stays with Marquette. So they have 0.6 to shoot with 54 seconds gone here. There are 9 teams left from the SEC. They're 6-5 so far in the tournament. The Big 10, Big 12, and Big East combined are 13-1 in the tournament. Cats, Dogs, and Birds are 6-3 so far in this tournament. So, House Pets have not really had it nicely here. Inbound inside was deflected away. And it will stay with Marquette with just 0.1. So this could be a de facto shot clock violation because they do not have enough time to get this one up. They're going to have to set up for an alley-oop. Inbound. It'll be picked up. And yes, there is the shot clock violation because not enough time to get one off. Well, Shaka Smart going for 21 onto the court. Who knows? But there's no Al Amadou here as he is redshirted, so he's ineligible to play. Here is Dent. Donovan Dent kicks it out over to the left wing side. And now a mid-range shot bounced off the rim. It was deflected out and saved inside by Mamzil. Whistle blows here. So we have a call onto the way. So they're pushing and they're being tough with it. So it's a pushing and shoving by Stevie Mitchell. One of the best defensive guards in the NCAA. A minute 12 in as Dent is going to set up onto the inside. Donovan Dent continues to look. Drew Washington going inside, lays this one up. New Mexico averages 16.5 fast break points per game this season. One of the best in the NCAA in that department. Marquette over to the free throw line, they kick it out. At the top of the circle, and then this goes over to the point. Where this is Jones. Jones kicks it out over to Gold, right corner free. Bank shot. Ben finds Gold for Marquette's first bucket. The man from Wellington, New Zealand, came over from the NBA Global Academy from Australia. Dent, mid-range shot. And Marquette sees a foul as the whistle blows here in the middle of play. The foul against Nelly Jr. Joseph, and it's an offensive foul that nullifies this. That'll be his first against him. Marquette to inbound as Jones makes himself available for the inbound. Joseph with the first foul has an offensive foul as he sent an illegal screen. Jones slows down the play. Mitchell on the screen. Jones shifts over left. Jones will look. Goal. Back for Jones. Cam Jones moves towards the left side. This one was lost on the handle, and the Lobos will move it up. Cam Jones, a projected first-round pick here, hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, the senior guard. But Donovan Dent, his counterpart, one of the best scoring guards in the NCAA. Kicked out all the way to the right corner for Washington. Washington going to the inside for Borovishanen. Kicked out left corner. Swish! Borovishanen with the tray at the left corner, and New Mexico gets their first three-pointer. They're 2 of 4 for the field. Moving inside as this is Gold who kicks it out. Marquette looking to get an answer here against New Mexico. Here's the hook. Didn't get all of that there. I'm having some issues In the meantime, so it appears I'm having some technical difficulties on the way here, as HBO Max is not wanting me to stream this. So HBO Max is not. Oh. I apologize for the technical difficulties as they're getting slowed down. It's saying 7-3 as Nelly Jr. Joseph made a jumper. That's the last we saw for the ESPN box score, but last I checked it is slow here. HBO Max is really slow with this. Everything else seems fine. But this happened last time around when I was trying to watch this on digital. But Nelly Jr. Joseph with 59 career double-doubles. So we're going to an official timeout. As the scoreline says, 7-3 New Mexico. We'll go to break here, and hopefully that HBO Max fixes connection problems. So now the connection is back on, so we're able to get the connection back available. So after that, so it's a battle of the guards between Donovan Dent and Cam Jones. Dent averaging 20.6 points per game on 49.7% shooting. Jones 19.3 points per game on 48.4% shooting. These two being the lead playmakers. Dent at 6.4 assists per game. Jones at 5.9 assists per game. These two are some of the best at creating their offenses for their guys. The Golden Eagles, going back from right to left, as they get set, it's Chase Ross, who goes over to Gold at the point. Now back over to Ross, inside. Here's his setup, over to Joplin. Joplin tried to lay it, but is fouled on the entry. It's a 7-3 Lobos game, as David Joplin got some contact on the left side. As the substitution for New Mexico, CJ Nolan was in the game for the first time, got a head check onto Joplin. So Joplin, a senior, 6'8", from Milwaukee, weighing 225. The first one, double rimmed out, actually quadruple rimmed out. So far, Florida and Norfolk up against one another. Florida steamrolling over Norfolk. Kentucky and Troy head to head. Could this be another Kentucky team getting upset? Second shot is good. And such, Joplin made one of two. The Lobos unfazed by that as they go across the court to Amzil. Amzil draws a double team, delivers it on for the left. Here is Dent. A fake on the left corner by Nolan. And now it's moved to the inside, the left hash. Scuffling around to try to get an advantage is Joseph, who hooks it through. Nelly Jr. Joseph. 9-4 New Mexico. What does Marquette have for an answer? Jones will move it out for Ross. Ross kicks it across for Joplin. Joplin moves to the inside. Joplin loses the edge, and New Mexico goes back the other way with Dent. Donovan Dent, the hustle, and the lay. Donovan Dent is a dynamo. What will Stevie Mitchell do? This is the Lobos' 7-point off the turnovers, and they have 8 points in the paint. Marquette has just 4 points, freed them on a three-pointer. This layup is going good for Jones. So that's the first 2 points in the paint for Marquette. And now New Mexico wanting to get an answer back. Amzil will move it out. Right wing free for Nolan. Hits it. CJ Nolan. The Waxahachie native and a transfer from North Texas answers back. Cam Jones, does he have the response? Ben Gold to Jones. Jones. This game has been low type of getting testy here as Marquette doing the pressure as Joplin lofts it off for free. A deep swish from the point. New Mexico getting out in front as they're getting a fast start. Donovan Dent. Will he create for one of his guys or will he do it himself? He'll do it himself and hook it through. Marquette on the answer, back the other way as they move it out. Jones, right wing free for Gold. He answer. Ben Gold with a second tray. Already up to 6 points for the big man from Wellington. 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from deep. Dent, single coverage on him. Is it going to be Mitchell getting it onto his face? Yes, it is. Going to the inside now is Joseph. Can't hit that one. Gold the rebound, and Marquette pushes the pace up. Ross, Gold, Jones. They go tic-tac-toe as they're all playing catch. Joplin moves it back over to Cam Jones. Jones switches lanes over to the left wing side and steps back, hits the free. No, the rebound couldn't be sent home, but this will bounce out and it will go to the Lobos. The last touch by Mitchell. And the Lobos already up and running here. The regular season champions of the Mountain West Conference. Off the window for Donovan Dent. He likes to make plays for his teammates, but he also likes to take it himself. This time he steps into it twice. Uses the glass to hit one onto the rack. And then he floats one through. He likes to hit those floaters. That's his signature shot when he moves to the inside. New Mexico's 5 of 8 from 2, 2 of 3 from deep. True Washington moves back in, kicked out right corner. Here's Nolan. Yes, sir. CJ Nolan gets the Lobos howling already. From the far side, the Eagles trying to screech. They just recover it. It's moved over to Jones. Open free left wing side. Didn't hit that one. Ball is up for grabs. And it's grabbed by Washington. Native of Phoenix, Arizona. Washington on the right wing side. Draws the 1-on-1 matchup. Moves it back to Dent. Riverside, California native. Joplin a little over-aggressive on defense, and it bites him. This will be a foul against him, and we'll have our second official timeout. So after the technical difficulties, We're back online with New Mexico up 19-12. New Mexico getting up and running here offensively. But Marquette has made 6 of their last 7 field goals, so whatever Shaka Smart said in the previous timeout may have worked wonders for the Golden Eagles offense. That they got a jump start from Cam Jones being the primary playmaker, and it's working out wonders. Chase Ross, Stevie Mitchell, Ben Gold, and David Joplin being the starting 5 for the entire season, starting all 33 games. 8 different players have started a game since 2023. They're the only power conference team with 0 D1 transfers signed, and they have 5 players that have played more than 100 games each. No transfers on this Marquette group, but in a world where the NCAA is evolving, perhaps the transfer portal could be the fountain of youth that teams need. Substitution here for New Mexico, it is Jovan Milicevic. Mid-range shot for New Mexico is short, and jumping up for the board is Joplin. Joplin going coast to coast with this ball through the far side. And substitute is Royce Parham in for Marquette. Hard contact. And a turnover. There was contact towards the basket on Joplin, but there was no foul called, as True Washington is going to the inside as Joplin tried to get this one through, but kept the ball, thinking that the shot was going to be blocked. That might have been a mistake. Washington will feed it to the left and then get it back. Ball is tipped out. The Lobos will get to keep. 19 seconds to shoot this one off. Excellent defense by Ross. Dallas, Texas native and a junior, 6'5", 210. Played high school ball at Cushing Academy as the Lobos are trying to inbound. Move to the left wing side for Nolan, the free. Went off the rim. They get to keep it. This is under substitution as this is Atiki Aliatiki. Nothing there. Right wing side, Marquette moves back with this. Ross delivers one off over to Parham. Jones on a shake and bake around Atiki. Delivered back on a deep free. Too far. Gold tried to contest it. Marquette beat him out to it. It was Atiki. Ali Atiki. Man from Mwanza, Tanzania. Washington. Left hash kicked it out for Nolan. Nolan moves in on goal. Nolan can't deliver this one here. The ball is tipped up. It'll be going to the Golden Eagles. Zayd Lowry on the right wing side. Marquette does not have a point in the last 2:49 and counting. Cam Jones. Can he end that scoreless bout? Jones switches one on to Gold. His free. Perfect. Ben Gold again. He's free for free. His third three-pointer at the first half of the first half. No pun intended. But he has 9 points already in his 7 versus 10 first-round matchup. New Mexico won for the answer. Moves to the right. Donovan Dent. And there was contact from Parham, who got a hand onto Dent. Number 2 in red. Jones number 1 in white. So Shaka Smart wanting to call the shots. But there's another look. Who knows if Ali Atiki might have set an illegal screen. Shaka Smart thought that there was. And he is sort of upset about that. About the illegal screen. That's the third foul against Marquette. And Parham will sub out. 9 minutes and 50 seconds into this first half. New Mexico leading 19-15. Dent will look to survey. Does he find someone? Yes, he does. The ball was knocked. And it'll be a foul as there was a reach-in foul. Mustafa Amzil tried to hold on to it. And so this will be Marquette's 4th foul of the half. They do not want to run into foul trouble. Dent will inbound again. This one going deep. And this is Nolan, who will drop it for Washington. Amzil, the Helsinki, Finland native. Amzil. Joseph. Cycles one around for Dent with 5. Dent from mid-range. Short. Gold grabs it. He is surrounded. He'll drop it to Jones. Jones, lob pass, is kicked out left corner for Ross. Ross gets it back, lifts one away, and sinks it. Chase is chasing the freeze. It's a 1-point game here at Cleveland. Ball knocked out. It went off a Lobo. 9:31 to go, and Marquette is alive in this. But what's once a 7-point lead is now a 1-point lead as Chase Ross forced a turnover. Native of Dallas, Texas. Looking to inbound, he does so for Jones, the projected first-round pick. True Washington watching him. That's New Mexico's third turnover as Jones takes one across. Jones with some screens from Gold. Jones' layup rattled out. Ball skied up. And his rebound still up. Jones swings it for Gold. He'll try again. That's his first miss. Washington getting the rebound. So after his first free he makes, Ben Gold has missed a three-pointer 11 minutes into this game. Moving around is Cade Dotson. Lobbed up for Washington. Washington going up front for Amzil. Trying to finish this is Washington. Washington to the paint. Gets one through. The Lobos up by 3. Now it's 21-18. And then back across is Ross. Ross stops to the left wing side. Switches spots. Left corner. Joplin moves in. Joplin moves to Gold. Gold to Joplin. One more time. Joplin swings it over to Ross. We have 11. Ross trying to lose his man. Goes inside to the risky area. Can't lay this one up. New Mexico back the other way through the far side. Cutting around the left side. Now to the middle. Washington. Towards the paint for Joseph. Joseph's hook rattles out. Gold gets another board. Ben Gold will leave this one up for Cam Jones. Jones at the left. Now up to the paint. Contact drawn with 8:02 left in this first half. So Arizona and Akron underway. Arizona trying to avoid getting upset again as they were done so 2 years ago against Princeton. Arizona was upset last year by Clemson, who was the 6th seed in the region at that time, which set up a 4 seed versus 6 seed matchup between Alabama and Clemson. Gold has 9 points. The rest of the team has 9 combined. Stevie Mitchell to inbound. He is back into the game. He is watched by Nelly Jr. Joseph. Is there anyone open here? This will be a swing pass. And oh, that was a bad pass. That was intended for Chase Ross. That one missed. And so the Lobos will have possession again. Fifth turnover against the Golden Eagles so far. But now New Mexico is going to restart with the ball. From the far side, they enter the zone. This is Dent, who sends one for Nolan. True Washington. Back across for Amzil. Now is Dent. Donovan Dent moves to the right hash. Gets a lane, couldn't get there. And his rebound is up for grabs. It stays with the Lobos. Kicked out to the left corner. The free on the way. Overthrown. Joseph the rebound. He draws contact. And he will get a foul against his Marquette. It will be the 5th one. An air ball 3-pointer from the left corner. Setting up free throws for Nelly Jr. Joseph. New Mexico leads 21-18 with 7:33 to go when we return. Back here in Cleveland, Richard Pitino's squad leading here. They were up by 7 previously. However, that has since been cut down to a 1-point lead at the minimum. They're back up by 3, but a good steal by Donovan Dent has set things up. New Mexico playing excellent defense so far throughout this game. They've been stifling around. And with the pace that they played, the fact that they're giving up 71 points per game is impressive. It's not because of their bad defense, as Joseph makes the first free throw to get this up to a 4-point lead. It's 7:33 left. Second shot. Perfect on both. They're averaging 70.8 points per game among points per game giving up. New Mexico 81.2 points per game on the scoring lines in which they are averaging on the scoring at the court. Here's the pass inside, blocked by the foul. That is on True Washington, as going towards the inside was Demarius Owens receiving the feed from Cam Jones for potential alley. There was a hand on the block. Not a clean block, as there was contact on the hand. Trying to go towards the ball for both Amzil and Washington. Caught a one though. Owens too far in the first one. And New Mexico, 26 wins in back-to-back seasons for the first time since they won 3 straight. And with 17 conference wins, which is a school record, they are 19-4 in their last 23 games. And Owens missed both. But New Mexico then included a run in which they won 15 of 16. The only loss being to San Jose State. Conference games are rather wonky though, so you can expect the unexpected. On the right side, it's kicked out for Borovishanen. Borovishanen on the right wing side, over to Junior Joseph. Now at the left side, Amzil. Amzil intercepted, and this almost was intercepted back for New Mexico, but Borovishanen ran right into one of the Marquette players, and he gets called for foul. Good read by Parham to deliver or not, but a bad pass for Stevie Mitchell. Mitchell was bodied by Borovishanen, and Borovishanen heads to the bench. It was Amzil, actually. Jovan Milosevic enters in, a native of Toronto, Ontario. Cam Jones moves up. Marquette 6 of 15 shooting. Can they improve those shooting numbers? Jones will look inside. That round the rim, but get in sync. The Lobos go back the other way, and they'll look. Dent fighting Milosevic, and now Dent. Dent goes towards the right side as Joseph wanted to set and screen. Dent kicks out left corner. Perfect. The Lobos up by 8 once again. Borovishanen hitting the freeze up to 6 points. 2 of 3 from deep. Jones. He's going to look backwards and go towards Parham. And now Jones. New Mexico on a 7-0 run to last 2:45. Right corner free on the way. It missed. And it's deflected out. New Mexico says they have it and they will get it. Milosevic will inbound this one inside. 6 minutes to go. With Ben Gold trying to test for the ball. Marquette having a bit of a shooting slump. Though we see another double-digit upset. 7 versus 10 matchups are not exactly considered upsets. A shake and bake from Donovan Dent as Stevie Mitchell is right onto him. That's the ideal matchup that New Mexico wants. A switch off the screen. It goes back to Mitchell. Wide open free Milosevic. Too far. And it bounced up and it lands right onto Trey Norman. On the far side, Marquette tried to end their scoring drought. Reject out of bounds. Off the layup from Mitchell. A vicious block by Nelly Junior Joseph. The Nigerian says, get that out of here. Positioning himself right place, right time on the left hash as Mitchell tried to look at that spot. Redshirt senior and a transfer from Iona. Well, actually going to say they're free throws for Mitchell. Shooting 2, he missed the first one. He'll get a second opportunity. And Richard Pitino wondering why that was called a foul. Didn't see a lot of contact. Mitchell will get another shot. Second one. Rattles in after 5 bounces. 5:35 to go here in this first half. But Marquette needs to get momentum back on their side quickly. On the right side is Washington. Drew Washington with a shake. He'll kick it out over to Donovan Dent. Dent. Marquette crowding defensively in on Dent. Dent's layup smoked. And Gold as he grabs the ball. Whistles blow for another foul. Cam Jones has been the highlight of this Marquette offense. David Joplin not too far behind. averaging 13.8 points per game, second on the team. There was contact right on Dent's shooting, and that is what caused the officials to grab their attention towards them. It'll be an inbound. New Mexico and Marquette each have 6 fouls. Inbound and inside over Joseph, and now Dent will try. Dent, nothing doing, and Marquette will move back with this. On the right is Cam Jones, who is boxed out, free on the way from the point. It is too far. Oh, a collision from behind, and that is an easy foul. That was off this race for the ball as Cam Jones tried to get his rebound. Ben Gold missed a free. Jones chased after the ball, and he was at the perfect position. But on the hustle for the ball, Milosevic overcommitted to try and reach up for it. Jones gets a 1-on-1 opportunity. Already has 2 points, 1 of 6 shooting, however. On a cold spell, he wants to end this cold spell with these 2 free throws. Makes 1, so he gets a 1-up. I'm saying 1-up as with the last game around, even though this is not pertaining to any references to Nintendo or Mario. Second shot. Perfect 2. Marquette's within 5. Cam Jones wanting to get momentum back here for the Golden Eagles, but it's with the Lobos. New Mexico wanting to get to the second round to face possibly Michigan State. A little fake and a travel. Traveling violation against the Lobos. It'll be Marquette ball as Stevie Mitchell forced to travel right on Donovan Dent, with Mitchell and Trey Norman crowding him on the double team. Richard Pitino doesn't believe it, but Marquette's guys can. So back the other way is the 6th turnover against New Mexico. Cam Jones. No field goals for Marquette in the last 5 minutes. Could this be the one that breaks it? No. This rebound up for grabs. It'll stay with Marquette with 4:30 to go. (26-21) the lead here for the Lobos. The Golden Eagles wanting to get some looks. And sliding back in is David Joplin. And subbing out is Trey Norman. Joplin's second leading scorer on the Eagles. As True Washington is checking back in the place of Jovan Milosevic. Ball tipped up, and the Lobos will go back. Donovan Dent with a clear look towards the basket. Hits layup. It rolled out, but he will shoot 2. Be careful how you react, because if you try to block a layup, there is a chance that you will get a foul against you, trying to defend and do your job. Leaning right onto the defense, that's a blocking foul, and Dent thought he would have had one there, and he makes the first one. Both teams are in the bonus. And as such, when both teams are in the bonus, at this range you shoot 1-on-1. Royce Parham subs back in. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, he's a freshman. Second shot is good. And the lead's back up to 7 for the Lobos. Cam Jones will move up the far side. Jones looks towards Parham's way. Parham trying to end the cold spell. Parham kicked out to the left corner for Mitchell. Move back inside. Reverse the layup. Rattles out. Fight for the ball. It ends up with the Lobos. Marquette back to defend. This is where they have struggled as of late. 8-8 in their last 16 games. Dent trying to make it 8-9 against the Golden Eagles. On the right side is Borovishanen. Borovishanen moves it out for Donovan Dent. Dent calls the shots, trying to get someone over at the paint. 5 to shoot. Dent, the crossover move off the glass. And Marquette will try this one again, moving up through the near side, or the far side rather. Looking towards the paint. No field goals in the last 6 minutes. One lane is closed out, but Joppa moves inside. Marquette sees everything crowded. New Mexico for foul against them. That's their 8th. 3:23 to play. Marquette trying to get back into this game, but the Lobos all over the Golden Eagles. 28-21 they lead with 3:23 to go in the first half. Back here at Cleveland, it is a 28-21 Lobos lead here at Rocket Arena. Previously, the Quicken Loans Arena and the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, renamed simply known as the Rocket Arena. The Lobos try to get their first March Madness win in 13 years. And doing it against the Golden Eagles, it will be such a sight to see. Marquette 6-20 from the field, 5-13 from free. New Mexico 10-25, 4 of 8 from free. Each team has 6 turnovers. But New Mexico has the advantage in points off turnovers, 11-3. CJ Nolan with 6 points, Ben Gold with 9. And both teams are not playing at their best right now, you would think, for their standards. As Donovan Dent has 6 points, Cam Jones has just 4, 2 of them on free throws. Richard Pitino checking up with his guys on the bench. Get back to you here. So we're on to the court with David Joplin shooting 1 and 1. The first one's good. 3:23 to go in this first half. A lot of time left in this one, but Marquette has to make their shots. 2 for 2. And by make their shots, I mean that they have to make their shots when on the court. And it's not just free throws. Rick Pitino, Coach of the Year award with the Big East. Richard Pitino won the Mountain West this year. Both teams are combined 2 of 17 in the last 10 minutes. Ball is kicked out as they're both fighting for the ball. Still up for grabs, and it settles out. It ends up with the Lobos. Parham upset. He believes that Marquette should have this ball. But neither team is shooting particularly well. Stevie Mitchell tried to save this one inside, but made an errant pass that went off the fingertips of one of his teammates. And it was a near jump ball sequence. Almost was a 5-second violation. And now here's a fast break. Possibly to end it. Yes! Zayd Lowry ends the cold spell for Marquette for the moment. That's the first field goal they made in, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes or so. Dent. True Washington. looks around as he moves his way around Lowry. Washington's layup goes back up to 5. As Marquette looks to kickstart their offense. They need something on the gas. Lowry will move it over to Mitchell. Stevie Mitchell moves up. Gets a switch. A screen from Parham allows Mitchell to get the advantage. Mitchell, the feed, the block from New Mexico. Mitchell hustles back on defense. And now New Mexico in transition lays it. That is Dent back the other way off the block. Defense to offense. Jones moves around Dent. Jones to the paint. Kicks it out onto the right wing side for the free from Parham. Rattles out. And it's grabbed. And a slam. Parham. Baseline from Ross. 1:51 to play in the half. And a timeout by Richard Pitino to get the Lobos settled back into the play. Marquette ending the cold spell. They made their last 2 shots after missing several in a row. Staying with you here with 1:52 as this is a chaotic sequence. That layup from Zayd Lowry with 3:01 to go was the first field goal by a Marquette player in about 7 or 6 minutes. It was the first field goal since the 9:41 mark when Chase Ross made a 3-point jumper, which was set up by Ben Gold. Their first made shot in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That was how long the dry spell was, nearly 7 minutes long. So around the March Madness slate, Duke beat Mount St. Mary's 93-49. Alabama was put on upset watch by Robert Morris, survives 90-81. As the pace was being pushed by Mark Sears with 22 points and 10 assists, a game high. Mohamed Diabate with 18 points and 10 rebounds off the bench, 17 points, and Clifford Omoruyi with 7 and 4 rebounds as well, with 3 steals and 2 blocks. 25 points for Marion Dickerson, 15 for Avo Folgarius of Robert Morris. Put them on upset watch, but nothing more. It was total domination by Duke on Mount St. Mary's, trying to get themselves as early tournament favorites here. Cooper Flagg was cleared to play. He has 14 points in his return to the court, 7 rebounds and 4 assists with 2 blocks. 19 points for Tyrese Proctor, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. 9 points for Patrick Nongba II with 8 rebounds and 2 assists. Playing 19 minutes. Came off the bench. 82-55, Iowa State over Lipscomb. 81-49, Maryland over Grand Canyon. Colorado State, 78-70 over Memphis. That's the third upset of this tournament. Ole Miss beats North Carolina 71-64. St. Mary's 59-56 as they escape Vanderbilt. And Baylor, the best game of the day, over Mississippi State, winning 75-72. So we get the score lines around March Madness in just a moment. When we get to the halftime report, back here with 1:51 to go. With New Mexico leading 32-27. And so far, so good for Richard Pitino's Lobos. Shaka Smart's Golden Eagles were in a dry spell for 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Shooting-wise, Cam Jones has been very cold and has not been making his shots. This first half cold spell has also plagued him, missing layups, missing 3-pointers. Not what he wanted to be if he wanted to get his stock up or down. He averages 19.3 points per game. He has just 4 points tonight. Donovan Dent running the show here. Almost was an air pass. They say it is. CJ Noah wanted to rush to the ball. And with 1:38, he sees his one sail out of bounds off an error pass. We've seen several of those yesterday in the Drake Mizzou game. 3 of them at the very least. 1:38 left. Drake got into foul trouble a lot in that second half, which sparked that comeback attempt for the Tigers. But when the lead is in danger, Drake pulled away after they saw their 15-point lead cut down to a 1-point lead. It'll be inbounded by Cam Jones. He has Zade Lowry in front of him. Jones wants to find Lowry. Instead, he goes to Stevie Mitchell. They made their last 2 shots, but they missed their previous 10 before that. Lowry, Springfield, Missouri native, and it's now Mitchell from Joplin. Stevie Mitchell will look backwards over to Jones. Doesn't fire the free, it goes to Joplin. Joplin kicked out left corner. The fake, the take from Ross, off the mark. And it'll be grabbed by New Mexico's Atiki. True Washington. Washington shake and bake as he moves around over to the right hash. Washington kicked it out for Dent, who defers over to Boilermakers. Now to the right wing side, and Nolan sinks it. With 55 to go in the half. The Lobos howling as they go up by 8. CJ Noah with 9 points. 3 and 4 from 3-point land. Jones will drop it over to Mitchell. Joplin fires away from deep. Big shot. The Golden Eagles. Within 5, they needed this one badly. And now Shaka Smart will take a timeout of his own. With 38 seconds to go. Boilermakers closed off. He finds no one immediately. But then an answer back from Joplin. 38 seconds left. Staying with you here for this sequence. It's for the games that have just come to pass. Iowa State defeating Lipscomb 82-55 in their dominating victory. 20 points for Milan Momcilovic. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. The 3rd seed in the South region. Joshua Jefferson, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. In the win, and off the bench, it's Curtis Jones with 17 points. Getting back to you here at Cleveland. So far, so good here for the Lobos. But Marquette looking to answer back as finally they're hitting their shots. It's not Cam Jones, but it's the others around him. David Joplin, Ben Gold, leaned away. 35 seconds to go. Slowing it down is Donovan Dent. Dent, native of Riverside, a junior point guard for the New Mexico Lobos. It is an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dent. Mitchell is still on him. Dent is slowing it down. He wanted to play to the half. 8 to shoot. Does he get a screen here? Mitchell still with it and knocks it away. Excellent job by Mitchell. Oh, an errant pass, but it was deflected out by New Mexico. Lowry wanted to get this one up and through, but now with 10.3 seconds left in the half, it will set Marquette up of a chance to fire the last shot. And so far, that may be the plan here. I also have a recap of yesterday's late stage games, which we didn't get to. Donovan Dent with 5 turnovers, 2 assists. So far in this first half, for as good as he is scoring-wise, he has to clean up the mental errors that he has. Shaka Smart wanted to set up the plan here. So now the officials are having a little talk about whether it was deflected out by New Mexico or Marquette. But now they were checking the clock, and now we get back. Chase Ross inbounds it. 8 seconds. What do the Golden Eagles have for the last shot? 5 seconds as they move up. Jones will lay this one, throw it in. And that was the toughest bucket that Jones has had. Good if this one goes. Missed out. And it's a 3-point game at the half with New Mexico leading 35-32. The Golden Eagles with life at the end of the first half, in a half in which they looked otherwise lifeless, when including a 6:40 run in which they have not made a shot. Jones with a half-ending layup to get this one through as he gets this one up. Donovan Dent seeing this turn of events. 8 points, 5 turnovers, 2 assists. He's doing everything, but he has to clean this one up as we go to the half. I'm Alec Nava. The halftime report is next here on March Madness. We'll return in a bit. We go over this game and the scores of the games around March Madness yesterday and today. Welcome to the March Madness Halftime Report. Alec Nava here with you. It is 35-32 New Mexico at the half, but Marquette was charging fast to end this off after going 6 minutes and 40 seconds without a basket that is not a free throw. Marquette 6-10 for the line, New Mexico a perfect 4-4. So as to go over the loops around the scores for these players. 9 points for CJ Noland off the bench. 8 points for Donovan Dent, but he has 5 turnovers out of the 9 that were committed. 2 of them from Mustafa Amzil, who does not have a basket so far. 6 points each for Philip Boroshanen, Nelly Jr. Joseph, and True Washington. Around the rest of the scoring, it's those 5 players I mentioned doing the scoring for New Mexico. Marquette, spearheaded by Ben Gold and David Joplin, who each have 9 points. Cam Jones has 6 points, 2 of 7 shooting though. He has to turn that around. He has 4 assists though. Gold is 3 of 7 shooting, making his first free pointers. And Joplin stepped up. He has 3 of his 9 points from the free throw line. 1 point for Stevie Mitchell, 2 each for Royce Parham and Zayd Lowry, who ended a dry spell for Marquette at the half. New Mexico shooting 13-28, Marquette 10-27. From free, New Mexico is 5-9, Marquette is 6-16. On the rebounds, there is an 18-14 New Mexico edge, assists 7-6, Marquette advantage. Steals 4-3 in favor of Marquette. New Mexico is the lone block of this game. And that block coming from True Washington, who set up on offense. 9-6 New Mexico leads in turnovers, but they lead 11-7 in points off of turnovers. Fast break points are 6-2 New Mexico. Point to the paint 16-8 New Mexico. So basically almost everything favors New Mexico here. Marquette is not out of this one yet. Who knows just yet? The largest lead is 8 points for New Mexico. So as to go over the late games that we didn't get to last night. So UCLA outlasts Utah State. So Arkansas takes down Kansas 79-72 in the West first round. Jonas Adu and John O. Davis transfers from Tennessee and FAU respectively. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 blocks for Adu. 18, 3, 1, and 2 for Davis. DJ Wagner of 14 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals for Arkansas and the Razorbacks and John Calipari's new team. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for Zeke Mayo. 15 off the bench with 3 rebounds with AJ Storr. KJ Adams Jr. with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And Hunter Dickinson, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. The key piece of this Kansas team. So that's to round out this slate. UCLA downs Utah State 72-47. That's a 9:25 game along this schedule. So for UCLA, 14 points each from Eric Daly Jr. and Sky Clark. Daly Jr. adding 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. 10 off the bench for Ade Mora, 6 rebounds and 5 blocks. A game high among any player. Utah State's team had just 2 blocks as a whole. The ideal match you want to go up against. 9 points for Tyler Bilodeau, 8 each for Dylan Andrews and Kobe Johnson on their dominant victory. Gonzaga beating down on Georgia. That's a 4:35 game. So, and Creighton Louisville. It's another game that didn't have any note. St. John's beating Omaha 83-53 to kick off a potential turnaround run. R.J. Lewis Jr. with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Rick Pitino teams get elevated by year 2. This is no exception. Simeon Wilcher with 13 points, 10 each for Canary Richmond and Zuby Ejiofor. Ejiofor added 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Richmond with 8 rebounds, 6 assists to add on to this dominant victory. Tennessee beats Wofford 77-62. That's a 6:50 game. Wisconsin takes out Montana 85-66. A 1:30 game. Texas Tech downs UNC Wilmington 82-72. UNC Wilmington's latest appearance with Kerwin Walton knocking up 27 points. Elijah Hawkins, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. Nearly a triple-double. JT Toppel with 12 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. And Darion Williams with 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists on the win. Off the bench for UNC Wilmington, Nolan Hodge with 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. 10 for Bo Montgomery with 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 8 points each for Donovan Newby, Kamari McGriff, and Noah Ross. Newby added 5 assists, McGriff with 3 rebounds, Ross with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. 9 points for Sean Moore with 9 rebounds. 7 points for Arian Obioha on the win. Texas A&M takes out Yale 80-71. That's a 7:25 game. Game is official. Farrell Payne, 25 points, 10 rebounds. Wade Taylor, the 4th, with 16 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. And Jace Carter with 10 points on the victory for A&M. It was off the bench as Manny Obaseki with 9 points. Anderson Garcia, 7 points. Yale was John Polakidis with 23 points, 3 rebounds, 15 points for Nick Townsend with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Casey Simmons, 11 points. And off the bench, Isaac Salazar with 12 points. They almost pulled off the upset, but fell short by 9 points. Michigan beats UC San Diego 68-65. A 10 o'clock game. That's another late slate game. Almost was an upset for UC San Diego. 25 points for Tyler McGuy. 9 rebounds, 2 assists. 15 points for Norden Kapich. 8 rebounds, 3 assists. 10 points for Hayden Gray. 3 assists to go with that as well. Michigan spearheaded by Vladislav Golden, a FAU transfer. 14 points and 7 rebounds. Danny Wolf with 9 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. 12 points for Trey Donaldson, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. At the bench is Roddy Gill Jr., 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for this balanced Michigan attack. So as for our slate of games for today, leading through the way, as Colorado State downs Memphis on the only upset of today. Keon Evans, 23 points, 4 assists. 14 points each for Jalen Lake and Nick Clifford. 8 rebounds, 6 assists for Clifford. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for Lake. 12 points for Jalen Crocker Johnson. 5 rebounds, a steal and block to take out a Memphis team led by Dane Danja. 22 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 blocks. 18 each for PJ Haggerty and Colby Rogers. Haggerty with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Despite the losing effort, Maryland takes out Grand Canyon 81-49. This win being one of the most dominant victories for Maryland so far, and they've done so in extremely convincing fashion. Ole Miss downs North Carolina 71-64. For the Terrapins on their victory, 5 members of the starting 5 got double figures, added by 1 from the bench. 18 points for Julian Reese with 9 rebounds. 12 points, Derek Queen, 15 rebounds, 3 assists. 16 for Jacoby Gillespie, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Shelton Miguel, 13 points, and 11 points for Deshaun Harris-Smith with 4 rebounds. A lot of scoring here. So we're rounding out here the halftime report. RJ Davis, 15 points. Van Allen Lubin, 14 points, despite the loss for the Tar Heels. For the Rebels, Sean Padula, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Dre Davis with 15 points, 8 rebounds. And 12 points off the bench for Jamin Brakefield, with 3 assists and 3 rebounds and 4 assists. On the way to a win. They have our 2 best games here to recap as we come back into action in just a moment. To get to the second half, I'm Alec Nava. That is up next. The second half will return. Halftime continues on here. New Mexico and Marquette continuing on here on their battle of both teams taking the court to resume action in just a moment. So they're all coming out now. 35-32. The Lobos leading. Big time shot after big time shot. However, how much longer will these two go after? So for the moment, we're going to be rounding out the rest of today's slate. St. Mary's escapes Vanderbilt 59-56 and picks up the victory. But the St. Mary's Gales advancing to the second round, avenging last year's upset to Grand Canyon. 15 points for Jordan Ross with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Augustus Marshalonis with 14 points, 8 rebounds for St. Mary's. Mitchell Saxon and Luke Barrett each with 12 points, each with double-doubles. 11 rebounds for Saxon, 10 for Barrett, who adds 2 assists to his resume. Vanderbilt with spearheaded by 18 points for Jason Edwards, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. He was the only player on Vanderbilt to get double-digit points. Tyler Nickel with 9 points. And Chris Mannon with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. 7 points for Devin McGlockton, 7 rebounds to go with that as well. Baylor survives a thriller 75-72 over Mississippi State, being led by Robert Wright III, 19 points. VJ Epchum with 14 for him, 5 rebounds. And Norshad Omier with 12 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. 15 for Langston Love to round out the starting 5 for Baylor in their thrilling victory. 26 points for Josh Hubbard. Despite his 5 turnovers, he did keep Mississippi State in the game. Quadell Harris Jr. with 13 points, 3 boards, 3 dimes, 3 steals. 10 points out the bench for Riley Kugo. And 10 for Keyshawn Murphy with 4 rebounds to round out the field here so far. There are other games that are at halftime, others that are progressing. Florida leads Norfolk State 78-57. That game is very likely getting out of hand and fast. Kentucky leads 43-34, looking to avoid being upset again. Arizona leads Akron 41-31 at halftime. So we're getting set to begin the second half here at Cleveland at Rocket Arena, which is close to Lake Erie, by the way. Just got the word that Jameis Winston is signing with the New York Giants on a 2-year, $8 million deal. Not a bad signing, as he is a very fun presence. The one of the quarterback-needy teams gets a bridge quarterback. So at the half, New Mexico has the advantage in points to the paint 16-8, and points off turnovers 11-7, despite committing more turnovers, with Donovan Dent being responsible for 5 of the 9 Lobos turnovers. New Mexico averages 40.1 points in the paint as a team this season. Get you back here for the second half. New Mexico wearing the red jerseys, Marquette wearing the white jerseys. Those are the uniform colors here on tonight's game. Who knows if this is going to be decided by a buzzer beater or if it's going to be decided in overtime. CJ Nolan has led the way for the Lobos, coming off the bench as he has scored 9 points, as he has hit 3 3-pointers. Those are his 3 baskets so far. His big shot making ability is huge for the Lobos, especially at these stages of the game, when unpredictability reigns supreme, especially in a 7 versus 10 matchup like this one. Richard Pitino, one of the best coaches in the NCAA, wanted to keep up the reputation that his father has of year 2 turnarounds for teams in which they are coached by. We'll see how Marquette answers after they look lifeless just past the just past the midway point of the first half before turning it on in the final 3 minutes. And Zayd Lowry was the one who ended that dry spell for Marquette We'll see if they continue going hot here in this second half. Both teams each have 3 timeouts left. And in a tournament like this where a single elimination, this is where the fun rises. Arguably the best sport in the country, who knows? Because there are the Stanley Cup playoffs around, which bring a lot of unpredictability. Back onto the court are the 5 members of each starting 5. Ben Gold has been hot early in the first half, but he has cooled off since. Amzil, the Finn, will inbound. And we get started here in Cleveland. Winner here faces the winner of Michigan State and Bryant on Sunday. Inside, Boilermakers. Sends this one inside for the hook from Joseph. It goes. They begin the second half, and just like that, the Lobos are up and running. The Golden Eagles back the other way. They have the arrow with them. On the left wing side, this gets moved from Joplin. He gets it back for the free. Yes, sir! David Joplin from Green Bay. Marquette is 8-6 when trailing at halftime this season. They want to get another win after they trailed at halftime. Will this work against a Mountain West team that has been thriving on pace? On the left wing side, moving up is Boilermakers, who couldn't make this one, gets his own basketball back. The second one's blocked away. And here comes Stevie Mitchell. Mitchell drops, then gets it back. Watched by Nelly Jr. Joseph as this is swung out for Joplin. Joplin will try it again for the lead. Missed it. Rebound is grabbed by True Washington. Up the pace on the right wing side, Boilermakers. Creative, airballed it. Tried to do a little too much. Marquette goes back with Cam Jones. Jones kicked it out over to the left corner. And then moved to the paint for Joplin. Draws the contact. Double rim. Almost had an and one there. Name of Milwaukee. This gets moved around. And so Joplin wanted to move it around several times. And as he went towards the paint, got Washington to overcommit on it. And a good job by Joplin to get Washington to overcommit to Joplin. This will lead to these free throws. This first one rattles in. That almost didn't go inside. Joplin's family in attendance. They're watching him in thrive here at Cleveland. He missed the second one. That's the 5th free throw that Marquette missed so far. So far, that's been their Achilles heel. How will the Lobos fare here? Going in transition. Boilermakers going back and forth with Amzil. Boilermakers will go back to Amzil. Mustafa Amzil switches spots on the right wing side. Continue to be watched by Joplin. Gets a switch, and he'll feed behind for Dent. Trying to overcome the 5 turnovers. Dent. Oh, that's a 6th turnover. Errant pass for Boilermakers, and Marquette will go back up with this. The pass went wide over towards the left corner. Boilermakers was wide open for a potential three-pointer. Transfer from Arizona, a native of Serbia. Just 2 assists, 6 turnovers. Assist to turnover ratio important, and so far Dent's on the negative side of it. Cam Jones. Marquette trying to capitalize off the Dent turnover. Jones deflected away. Dent trying to make up for that bad pass. Dent will move it up. Hook one through. He does make up for that turnover. Jones. After the last ball was punched out by the Lobos. Jones moves at the left. Now moves to the paint. Jones blocked by Amzil. Now it's a 2-on-1 here for the Lobos. Moving to the inside. They get blocked. Their own basketball gets back. Blocked again. What a foul. Ben Gold got a hand right onto the hand of Donovan Dent previously. The first contact was there. Amzil wanted to get this one off, but he felt the hand of Gold, who tried to block this one away, and instead leads to free throws for Mustafa Amzil, who has yet to score in this game. Now he has. Royce Parham will check in the place of Gold. He sub out the 6'11" forward for the 6'8" forward. The second shot is good. 41-36. New Mexico leading. 2.5 minutes into the second half, the Golden Eagles trying to mount this comeback. Moved over to Joplin, and this one batted out off a Lobo. That was True Washington, who batted this one out of bounds. How does Marquette fare as they look to inbound this one inside? Move towards the paint. Joplin goes through it in on the layup. Nearly 3 minutes in, and Marquette within 3. New Mexico does not want to have their 8-point lead dissipate. It's just an 8-point lead. Boilermakers. And the pronunciation. Boilermakers moves it over to Amzil. Mustafa Amzil, backdoor, the layup. Nelly Jr. Joseph. 43-38 New Mexico as Marquette is moving up the left wing side. A double move at that position with Joseph getting the switch. Now up top is Stevie Mitchell. Mitchell moves at the left. A turn, a spin by Parham, who is forced out at the left hash. Kicked out the left side. Marquette searching for options. Stevie Mitchell going inside. Can't get it. Gets his own basketball back. He follows up. Second effort from Stevie Mitchell as he gets his offensive rebound and puts it through. New Mexico up by 3 now. Here's Amzil trying to establish himself with positioning. Washington. Amzil will hand it off for Dent. Donovan Dent, the star guard. But New Mexico wanting to go back. This is not the matchup they wanted to go up against. It's kicked out. This was batted out. This time, the Lobos will get to keep as there was a hand away from one of the Golden Eagles. That was Cam Jones, who reached in there to deflect Dent's pass. Still, it's back and forth, and so much to be decided. It's 43-40. It's New Mexico leading. We'll be right back. Back in this, past the 4-minute mark of this second half with New Mexico still out front of Marquette, but Marquette is still catching up each and every turn. Between the guards, Donovan Dent has 10 points, Cam Jones with 8. But they have looked far from their star selves here in this March Madness tournament. 4 assists for Jones. Dent has 2 assists, though he has 3 times the amount of turnovers than assists, 6 of which. Let's see clean things up here in the second half. Immediate 3-pointer for the left corner. That one sailed way too far. And Marquette has a chance to tie this one up. They'll kick it out the right wing side. Joplin, extra pass to Jones. He'll move it out. Joplin again. He is close up. Joplin goes to the rack. Lays it in. And the Golden Eagles are within 1. David Joplin laying for the way as he powers down the middle. From Milwaukee to Marquette. Washington. Amzil surveying. He'll hand it off. And out towards the left corner where it is grabbed by Noland. Now Washington moves to the right wing side and steps up. Amzil stepping into it. Gets pickpocketed, but Joseph is there to help him out. And 1. Nelly Jr. Joseph getting this off the window and establishing body contact to deliver this one through. Draws the bait for the scoop and the lay-in. It'll be the and 1 for Joseph. Came from the NBA Africa Academy, located in Senegal. The and 1's good. It's a transfer from Iona. It's a redshirt senior. New Mexico a perfect 7-7 on free throws. Marquette has missed 5 of their 12. On the right side is Jones. Jones trying to shake and bake, can't do it as he was closed off. Mitchell will power for the inside. Mitchell off the window, it stayed out. And back the other way is Dent. Donovan Dent trying to find a back door. Ball is loose. It's picked up by the Golden Eagles. They go up the far side of pace. Kicked out the left corner. Mitchell moves to the left side. Now going towards the paint. David Joplin lost one from deep. Yes, sir. David Joplin heating up. The Milwaukee native is having himself a night here. He's got 18 here in Cleveland. Dent backed up at the March Madness logo of 15. He steps into it on the left side. Hands one off over to Amzil. Amzil for Joseph. Joseph, who made the and 1 free throw, had the ball knocked away. And here comes Marquette. Chance to take the lead here from Stevie Mitchell. Rejected, but it goes out of bounds. And True Washington upset. He thought that was last touch by Marquette. The Phoenix native swatted away a layup attempt. And he thought that it was last touch by Mitchell on the way out. Did Mitchell get it off his fingertips when it was sailing on the way out? Washington thought that this was going into New Mexico when the ball was traveling out because Mitchell seemed to have touched up when it was off the fingertips. Rick Pitino does have the challenge, decides not to use it here. Marquette wants to inbound back door. Way up goes! Marquette has the lead. Their first lead since early in this game. They're now looking to hold on to this one. On through center. The shake and bake as they look around for this game. Third lead change of the game. A smack of the face. And a foul is going to be called. So Marquette's lead might not last any longer. As Nelly Jr. Joseph was located back door on the feed from Donovan Dent. Jones may have gone a hand right onto the face of Joseph as he tried to get this one off. And it's free throws for Joseph. The hope here for Marquette is that New Mexico misses a free throw. 13 points for Joseph, and Joplin has 18. In the battle of the number 23s. Tie game here. 47 all. So the lead did not last long for the Golden Eagles. They have the possession arrow though. Second shot is good. And the Lobos have the lead back. This is the fourth lead change of this game. After the brief tie on the free throws. From 2, Marquette is 8 of 18. From 3, 8 of 19. Evenly matched teams as a slip here from Joplin. He is able to save it. On the right wing side, Ross decides not to shoot it, but draws contact from Nolan. Shot clock was starting to get into single digits as David Joplin slipped onto the court. There might have been an area of sweat that was not cleaned up. And as such, that almost was peril for David Joplin. CJ Nolan wanted to strip it away. Zayd Lowry checks in. And Chase Ross will inbound. Hailing from Cushing Academy as Ross. And here's Jones. Jones on the right side. He moves around, steps out the paint, swings it out onto the left side. And moving onto the paint is Joplin. Joplin makes a man miss and lays one through. Marquette back up top, 49-48. And the Golden Eagles have life. Joplin has 20 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Very efficient night for him. Do the Lobos have an answer? Donovan Dent commanding this offense as he is way back at the March Madness logo. Now he moves up looking to lose Lowry. Dent to the paint. Lost the handle, but New Mexico get it back as it's sailed out of bounds with 6 to shoot. Marquette with the last touch. And getting back in is Parham. With Ben Gold subbing out. Parham looking to defend as this is up on the inbound, tipped up, and it goes to the Golden Eagles. Thanks to Royce Parham, and now the reverse jam. Oh my goodness! Zayd Lowry of a crafty layup, Kyrie Irving-esque. Richard Pitino calls timeout. Momentum at Marquette's side. We'll be right back in a moment. Marquette answering what New Mexico has gave them throughout this game. 2 lead changes in the first 25-31. However, we've had 3 lead changes in the last 2:03. in terms of the lead changes that we had. It was basically New Mexico leading throughout this game for the first 25 plus minutes until Marquette and New Mexico made this interesting with Marquette's momentum sparking onwards. Back in this, New Mexico now playing from behind after they were playing from in front for the majority of this game. No field goals in the last 2:49 as play is stopped on a reach-in. CJ Nolan back in the game. Cam Jones firing up the Marquette offense. Philip Borbashanin sends this one in, and he gets it back on the left wing side, drawing the double team. Dent will look at the logo. Now swing it around for Umzil. Umzil. Look towards Borbashanin's way. Now back to Dent with one to shoot. Dent has to get it off in a hurry. Oh, that was so close. Ball's tipped up and hit the rim, so the shot clock is reset. Washington, he'll try again from deep. Missed it entirely. Third time's a charm. This time to go baseline on the layup. They cut to within one. The Golden Eagles looking for the answer as it's Chase Ross who'll step back and he'll look to Jones. Cam Jones. Jones looks to the left wing side and he'll deliver it on for Joplin. Wide open free from the point. Almost went in. And Nelly Jr. Joseph gets the rebound. 11:20 to go. So a lot of game to be decided here in the second half. Baseline, drive, rolled out. And Cam Jones will start this high-paced offense. Joplin backs up in the left corner. Joplin delivers over to the left wing side. And it's Jones. Jones moving to the paint. Fires this one a little too far. Joseph gets another board. And we're nearing the halfway point. Marquette leading 51-50. True Washington. Washington drawing a double team, and he was almost stripped of the ball. Washington. Hand on the way. Officials blow it dead for a foul. And we'll get back into action momentarily. David Joplin is on a heater. And he's leading his Golden Eagles on the way to a lead here so far with 10:47 to go. We'll return in a moment. throws have been one of the key differences here. New Mexico's a perfect 9 of 9. Marquette is 7 of 12. They have not been to the free throw line in a while, but given how they have been torrid hot as of late, thanks to David Joplin, they don't really need to be for this current moment. Joplin has been all over the court, from free and from the paint. He's been delivering for the Golden Eagles so far. He has 11 points so far in this half. The rest of the team has 8 on 4 of 8 shooting. Joplin is shooting 4 of 6 in this half, averaging 13.8 points per game on the season, but tonight he has 20. Inbound inside, back door. Washington rattles this one in. Guess what? Another lead change. New Mexico up 52-51. That's the 6th lead change of this game. And neither team has had an advantage over one another here in this half. Moving inside, it is the hot hand where Joplin can't get it. And now New Mexico will go back with the ball. Chance to expand on this lead. Far side, it is Washington. Swings this one for Dent. Donovan Dent hands one off over to Momcilovic, and he will go over to Amzil. Amzil will move inside now. Amzil once again gets his own rebound after his one miss. Second one's blocked, but a foul. 9:54 into the second half. And David Joplin getting up front onto the ball, and Amzil shot twice at it as both teams on a scramble at the backdoor area. Amzil, first free throw is good. 53-51. The lead here for the Lobos, and Parham checks out for the moment, getting Gold back in. Ben Gold in the game. See how both teams fare when in foul trouble. Second shot, and that's the first miss by New Mexico on the free throw line, and they will get back on defense. So in terms of players in foul trouble right now, 3 fouls against Philip Borbashainen. So he's the only player in foul trouble for New Mexico. And Ben Gold has 3 fouls. He is in foul trouble. Cam Jones moves up to the left side. Jones, position at the corner. Watch one-on-one by Joseph. Jones, next step back for Joplin. Draws some contact and hits a practice three-pointer. Borbashainen gets another foul his direction, as Joplin faked the free and then establishes his position right on Borbashainen. Borbashainen is upset. Inbounded in for Jones. That's the first foul against Borbashainen. The ESPN feed was a little ahead, and a little contact as well. So there's another foul. And it's against New Mexico one more time. Another inbound coming. First one against Amzil of this half. It's a little ragtag hook between Washington and Amzil right on Jones. Amzil now in foul trouble. He has 3. A shake and bake over at the point. Cam Jones moves up. Hooks one through and ties it at 9. And it was 9:30 to go in the second half. 53 all. Cam Jones wanting to come alive here so far. He's been rather quiet, but this is the moment where he has to. Borbashainen. Jones with his 50th straight game of at least 10 points, the longest active streak in D1. Spinoramas here and there. Now it's delivered over to the right corner. A fake, and then a fire from Borbashainen. Nothing. Ben Gold. There is a loose ball foul here after the matter of fact. So it looks like Ben Gold will get his 4th foul afterwards. So the star for Marquette, Cam Jones, with a one-handed hook with his left hand. That's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar style hook. Inbound in for true Washington left corner free. Off the mark. And a rush for the rebound is grabbed by Joplin. Sailed out of bounds off of Amzil, and the Golden Eagles will move it up the distance. David Joplin trying to position himself up front, and he is over at the offensive side of the glass. Jones, with a pace, moves towards the right hash, and it looks back at the left wing. Jones wants to set a screen for Joplin. Joplin spins, turns, weighs. On a heater. David Joplin has 22. True Washington with 8 points. Can he turn on the spark here for the Lobos? He doesn't have the ball now, as this is Dent who lays it and ties it. 55 all here with 8:23 in the second half. The Golden Eagles on a switcheroo. Ball is batted up. Stays with Jones after it was a wild bounce. Stevie Mitchell goes inside. Mitchell's layup rolls out. And it stays with the Golden Eagles. Oh! Royce Parham got a hand onto him with 8:08. No fouls. It just traveled out of bounds. Royce Parham and was feeling the pressure from True Washington onto him. Washington and thought that this was off last touch by Marquette, which I also thought it was. The officials saw something different. They'll say it'll stay with the Golden Eagles. Possible chance for them to take the lead one more time. We're tied at 55. Almost with 5 seconds. They just get it off on time. Joplin will look up front. Joplin moves right. Does New Mexico send another player after him? He's ready to hot hand right now. Joplin. Oh, that almost was an offensive foul. Through the right is Dent. Dent will look at the right wing. Dent moves up. Dent. And gets to the paint. And free throws coming after this official timeout. New Mexico has been on the back end of 13 turnovers. And unforced errors by New Mexico has bit them so far, getting us into this point. We'll be right back in a moment. Arizona is running away with it on Akron right now, and Kentucky running down Troy to the ground. Both teams are up by at least 20 at this current point in time. And clearly it looks like upsets are not in the horizon for either team. 7:47 to go here in the second half. New Mexico trying to pull off their first March Madness win in 13 years. And Donovan Dent can get them back to lead. 12 points tonight after averaging 20.6 points per game. Sinks this first free throw, and it's 1-1 on the opportunity. So Dent, one of the two star guards on the court here right now, has a lot of minutes and a lot of time left to get back to his scoring pace. Second one's good. And now Marquette going to go back with this. Field goes in this half, 7 of 18. New Mexico, 10 of 18. Marquette. New Mexico is 0 for 5 from threes in this half. This three-pointer's batted up and is grabbed by Joseph off the Marquette miss. Dent across the half-court logo. He will look over to the left side. Dent will move it back over to Washington. True Washington switches over to the right wing and it backs up. Amzil moving back door. Joseph lays one. That went off the glass but missed. And here's Jones, who activates up front. Jones has Joplin out of the right wing. Jones will hand one off to him. Joplin switches over to the opposite wing at the left. Now moves up. Back for Jones. Joplin sets a screen. Jones drawing the double team. Jones. Looks up. Jones kicked out. Joplin fakes it and then takes it. He buries it. 25 for David Joplin. A clinic here tonight in Believeland. His fifth three-pointer this game, and Marquette back on top. Albeit a 1-point lead, 58-57. Marquette's not led a lot here in this game. It's mostly New Mexico bleeding, especially in the first half. Here it comes, back door, off the window. Nelly Jr. Joseph answers back. Here's Cam Jones. Lost the handle. Both teams fighting for the ball. It is a jump ball. Marquette has the arrow. 6:07 to play. Cam Jones locating Nelly Jr. Cam Jones locating David Joplin on the left wing, who immediately fires this one. Didn't think twice before firing the three-pointer. And given that he's on a tear in this game, he's been outstanding. Inbounded inside. It was a dangerous and precarious inbound for Stevie Mitchell. Mitchell will set up the screen and the switch for Jones. Jones. Right corner. This goes to Joplin. Joplin loses man. He'll try again. This time it's too far. A rare miss for Joplin. The rebound's tipped up, but he lost it. Now New Mexico has numbers. Going back through the left. True Washington. He'll look at the left wing side. And then go back over to the logo, where it is Dent. Donovan Dent backs up as he has watched 1-on-1. Does he draw a double team? No, he doesn't. It's no single coverage with Mitchell on him. Nelly Jr. Joseph at the right hash. High pass for Dent. Dent loses man. Deep two on the way. Big shot. Donovan Dent. Looking to answer back for the Lobos, and now back door. The crowd. Nothing. And no foul was called. True Washington. Officials letting these two teams play on with this game. It is 61-58 Marquette, and the Lobos have the arrow. 5 minutes to go here, and what has been a spectacular game. Here's Donovan Dent to the inside, off the glass. Donovan Dent with 4:58 to play, and the Golden Eagles will use a TO to think about it. The Lobos wanting to win this for their guys and for their fans. 63-58 they lead in the second half. head coach Shaka Smart wanted to use his timeout to think about this. They go down by 5 once more. They trail by as much as 8 points. Neither team has had an advantage over one another here in the second half. It's been tightly contested, and neither team has given each other an inch. On the left hash, Cam Jones rimmed out, and New Mexico gets the rebound. 4:40 to play. They can extend this to a free possession game now. Donovan Dent with this, playing one-on-one, shaking and baking. From the logo with Lowry on him, this shot is blocked, and this will go to Marquette. New Mexico is furious. They think that had Marquette last touched this ball. This went off the backboard, and this may be too close to call. I thought this was going to be New Mexico ball. Zayd Lowry was onto that. Catch and shoot for Ben Gold. In and out, and then the putback fails to get through for Chase Ross. 4:13 to go in the second half. And it comes down to the final minutes here for Donovan Dent. The difference between a New Mexico second round placement or a Marquette second round placement. Mere inches. Down to the wire in this classic of a game here in this first round. Backdoor Nelly Jr. Joseph off the window. 7-point lead for the Lobos. They're on an 8-0 run the last 2:30 plus. And Cam Jones. Does Marquette answer back here? Jones will look baseline. Bounces onto the Lobos. There was nothing there for Marquette to traverse through. The 11th turnover of the game for the Golden Eagles. Zay Lowry forcing Dent back to the half-court line. Lowry sticking with Dent as Dent's advancing. Wide open at the right corner. Kaboom! The first double-digit lead of tonight. New Mexico with their largest lead. Cam Jones. He'll look out. Lowry fakes it. Now goes to Joplin. Joplin will move over to Jones. Right corner free. Delivers. It's 7 points of difference now. New Mexico up front, 68-61. And Marquette will use timeout number 3. Shaka Smart once again calling the TO. We'll be right back with 2:56 to go here on this contest. New Mexico up 68-61. I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned. New Mexico leads 67-61. So they have just ruled that the free-pointer was not a free-pointer. The foot was on the line for true Washington. So they have taken a point away from New Mexico, and they have ruled it a deep 2. So it's just a 6-point lead. So their largest lead was actually 9 points tonight. And their double-digit lead, you can wipe it off your memory. Get the men in black to get that because it did not exist. 2:53 in this back-and-forth game. Marquette trying to steal victory from the jaws of defeat. But they need some clutch defensive stops. And they've struggled in games past on defense. New Mexico is slowing down on offense. The pace. Donovan Dent now activating up. Moves to the right of Ross. Dent, the alley, can't convert it. And Marquette has a lifeline. They move up. And this goes baseline. Joplin had it knocked out by a Lobo. And Marquette will keep it. 23 to shoot. 2:24 to play. Joplin tried to save it. And it went off of True Washington, who got his head onto the ball as he was rushing towards it. Every scoring play is reviewed. Now Cam Jones inbounding. Deep inbound for Gold. Gold goes back for Jones. Jones delivers. Gold left corner free. Off the mark. And it'll go to Mzil on the rebound. 2:12 to go. Mustafa Mzil. And Donovan Dent slows up. Marquette needs another defensive stop. They got lucky on a missed layup. And eventually had 2 minutes to go. 6-point lead here for the Lobos. On the right wing side, that's where Dent is. Starts up with 6 to shoot. Gold, as he is surrounded on a double team. Can't find an open man. They tie him up with 2.2. And the 8th foul against Marquette in this half. New Mexico is in the bonus. Not the idea they want to go with. They want to go with a jump ball, but there were several hand checks from Chase Ross and Ben Gold, and now we're sold in free throws for Dent. 78% free throw shooter is Dent, a native of Riverside, California, and Ben Gold has fouled out of this game, so he is officially tossed. If how close that this is. As Marquette is huddling up. It's been a tremendous run for him with the Marquette Golden Eagles. Be a key part of their front court. And as a junior, he does not want to have it go out like this. New Mexico is 20-1 when making 14 or more free throws on the season. Can Dent convert here? Yes. And he'll get another one. So Donovan Dent wanting to continue going here. Gold is the only Golden Eagle that was in foul trouble. He's fouled out. He makes both of them. It's up to an 8-point lead. Marquette wants to answer back. Here is Jones. Dent is in a 7th straight game of at least 20 points. Here is Parham. Missed it. Rebound tipped. And Lowry keeps this one inside, but it lands with New Mexico. Does Marquette go for the fouls here, or do they defend? And now Richard Pitino will use his third timeout here of 1:27. 69-61. New Mexico is just several seconds away from the second round. Inside 90 seconds to go here. New Mexico will have the ball, and they lead by 8 points. The Shaka Smart have his guys foul here. They try to give their guys a chance here. The Lobos up 69-61 with 1:27 to go. They'll inbound for the far side. True Washington in the game. And Donovan Dent positioned at the point. Deep inbound over to Nelly Jr. Joseph. Dent trying to get away with the approaching Golden Eagles, who will intentionally foul him. That's 9 fouls against Marquette right now. New Mexico has stayed disciplined in this half. They've committed 4 fouls. 1:22 to play. And Dent trying to give New Mexico the first tournament win since 2012. Marquette going for their first straight first-round win. That may come to an end here if they don't come back. First shot is good. And if he hits the second one, it'll truly be the first double-digit lead of this game. New Mexico pulling away from this one at the best possible moment. Rick Pitino. Double rim. So there's no double-digit lead. Marquette has a lifeline. How long is it? On the right side, Cam Jones surveys around. Jones does not have an angle. He'll lay this one off the glass. 7-point game still, which is 3 possessions. On the far side, Marquette trying to foul here intentionally or try to steal the ball away. They'll intentionally foul, which puts them over the limit. 59.7 to go. And Cam Jones gets onto the ball. So this will send True Washington to the line. Has not shot a free throw tonight, but he has 10 points. On the season, he's shooting 62.8%. So if Marquette fouls from here on out, New Mexico will shoot 2 the rest of the way. Here's the first one. Perfect. It's an 8-point lead. As Donovan Dent and True Washington high-five one another. Winner of this game will face up either Michigan State or Bryant. Second shot for Washington is perfect. 9-point lead one more time. It's still a 3-possession game, but time is winding down. It's getting harder here for Marquette. Joplin one more time. He misses this time. And that may be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And New Mexico running timeout. Marquette seemingly running out of gas here. And Washington drawing an intentional foul one more time. 37.7 to go. And the Lobos can taste it. 37.7 seconds to go. We'll step aside here. The New Mexico Lobos can taste victory now. Not too far away from it, but they're getting closer, inching towards it. 37.7 left in this game. In all likelihood, True Washington to the inside, and Nolan! Exclamation point! 74-63. With 31.7 to play, New Mexico already having taken their last timeout. New Mexico commit a foul here. They may likely have committed that to sub out their starters. 31.7 on the clock. They're not checking out their starters right now. Dylan Parham's still in the game. In the place of Zayd Lowry. Lowry checks out of this one. With a hard-fought effort by Marquette to make it close. It went back and forth until the very end when New Mexico pulled ahead. Joplin fires a free, banks it because why not? 24.6 to play, and the shot clock is off. 21.9, a reaching onto the foul. And that'll send New Mexico to the line one more time. So Marquette trying to pull off a miracle. It'll be 2 shots here for Mustafa Amzil. And so far, the luck may have ran out here for Marquette as they were fighting back to try to get a potential win as Amzil rimmed down the first shot. And so far, Marquette has had nothing going here to go with their game plans. Second shot for Amzil is good. That may likely end things off. 75-66. The lead here for the Lobos. It's Marquette still trying to drive it. And up for the front. Cam Jones on the left wing side. Lobs one from deep. It's in and out. Oh my goodness. A save there by Marquette. As True Washington got hit on the leg. 9.8 to go. And several final scores. And Richard Pitino waiting for the final buzzer. There's Marquette. So Marquette pitching a solid season, but the momentum cooled off a lot. An 8-8 run didn't help matters. Aaron Paz and that turnover is going to do it. And Donovan Dent is hyping up the student section for the Lobos. Just 9.8 seconds away from something that they haven't seen since 2012. The clock winds down as it ticks down. How in the wild, New Mexico, the Lobos, for the first time in 13 years, have advanced in March Madness. $75-66, your final score here at Cleveland. Marquette, a strong and promising season, ends in a FUD on a back-breaking late-minute surge from the Lobos. They'll face either Michigan State or Bryant in the second round, in the round of 32. From your final stats, you check on into the final stat lines for each of these players. David Joplin, highest scoring player at the bunch with 28 points and 4 rebounds. 15 for Cam Jones with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Joplin was 6 of 10 from free, which helped him a ton in this comeback effort. Donovan Dent overcame a first half where he had 5 turnovers and finished with 21 points and 6 assists. 3 rebounds to go for it as well. Nelly Jr. Joseph with 19.7 rebounds. True Washington with 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 steals. CJ Nolan with 11 points. Had a solid first half. We had 9 points. And a good start for New Mexico. It's good. It translates to a good finish. Richard Pitino's squad advances. And the son of Rick Pitino will see March glory again. Just his second career March Madness win in his NCAA coaching career. That's going to do it from Cleveland. I am Alec Nava saying good night from Believeland.